Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. Hope you guys are having a good day today. Today's video is going to be the most basic makeup tutorial. I'm going to show you how I will do my makeup if I have to get ready for a event, a party in a very simple way. I'm going to show you a basic eye makeup. So this is going to be a very basic makeup for someone who doesn't really know how to apply makeup. This has been highly requested by many of you guys, many of my friends, family. They have also requested me to do this video, that how to go about it, what kind of products are there. So that's the video which I am going to do today. Although I am not a makeup artist, let me make it very clear. Okay, so let's get started with the video. First of all, I'm going to show you how I do my skin prep. It's also very essential that your skin is ready for the makeup, so you have to follow certain steps. Now I don't have anything on my face, no moisturizer or nothing like that. So suppose I'm getting ready in the evening, I would like to have a clean face. So you can use a micellar water to just clean your face, but what I like to do is use a toner. So this is the Pixi Glow Tonic. So just to gently clean up the face, I will use a little bit of the toner. And since I want to clean up my face, I will use a cotton pad. Sometimes I use this toner just like that as well, without a cotton pad, and I'll just clean up my face just to make sure that I don't have any sort of oil, dirt on my face. After I've used a toner, I usually go in with some sort of hydrating mist most of the days. So today I'm going to use the Glow Recipe Watermelon Hydrating Mist. I love this mist because it has oil infused in it. So you shake it up and apply it on your face. It gives hydration as well as a subtle glow. So this is a step which I always on most days do at one point or the other during the day. The skin already feels really nice and hydrated. Since I have dry skin, I always have to take care that my skin doesn't feel dry when I'm applying makeup. So hydration is very essential. When my skin is feeling hydrated, I'll go in with a little bit of moisturizer. Also, I will stress that try to do these steps prior, like probably 30 minutes to 1 hour prior. By the way, the moisturizer which I'm using is Innisfree Jeju Pomegranate Revitalizing Cream. Just little bit of hydration and moisturization. So don't forget to do these steps, especially if you're getting ready for any sort of event or a long day. And also I will apply a little bit of lip balm. So I'm using the Laneige lip sleeping mask. I'll apply it, and when my makeup is done, I will take it off and then apply my lipstick so that my lips are also feeling nice and hydrated. So that's the skin prep done. I will let it sit for a few minutes. Okay guys, so the skin is prepped. Let's start on with the makeup. First I will use a primer. Now this is a primer which I'm using today. This is the POREfessional primer. This is the hydrating version. I love it. I'm going to buy a full size of it. The primer is going to help prep your skin. The makeup is going to go on very smoothly, and the makeup is also going to last very nicely on the skin. And sometimes it also helps in avoiding too much oxidization on the skin, because it is a barrier between your skin and the foundation. So I'll apply the primer. This primer has pore filling as well as hydrating effect. That's why I really like it. So I can actually use it over my entire face, because it doesn't feel very matte or very silicone-y like the original POREfessional primer feels like. If you want to use an eyeshadow, then I will also recommend an eyeshadow primer to use. I'm using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I'll apply this primer at this step too, so that it also sets on the eyes or the eyelids, and it is easier to apply the eyeshadow. So just taking a little bit and applying it all over the eyelids. So an eyeshadow will definitely increase the longevity of your eyeshadow which you're applying, and the colors are going to look much more vibrant, intense. Okay, so the primers are done. Now if you want to do any sort of color correction, then you can do before you apply the foundation. But today, since we are doing a very basic makeup tutorial, I'm not going to show you any color correction. So let's move on to the foundation very quickly. So I'm going to use the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation in the shade NC44. So I will take very little amount. I just wish this foundation had a pump anyways, so I have taken up this much amount. I am a believer of applying less foundation. Less is more. If you don't need it, don't apply too much foundation and make your face look cakey. So I'll just apply a little bit, and you have to make sure you blend the foundation very nicely. So for this side, let me do it with a beauty blender. This is a beauty blender which I have squeezed in water so it gets bigger in size. The actual original size is like this, so it gets so much bigger. This is a really good tool. So I will take this beauty blender and just gently pat the foundation. So you have to do like a bouncing motion and see where your problem areas are, and there you apply foundation and blend it really well. I will apply a little bit here. I have some darkness here. The foundation is going to give a nice even look to the skin, and that is why we apply it, especially for events where you are getting photographed a lot. A foundation is going to give you a nice smooth face. Don't forget the inside part here. So you can see what a difference a foundation makes. Look at this side and look at this side. This side is definitely more even toned. You can see that the foundation shade is an exact match to my skin tone. Try to get a foundation like that. Like it should match your skin tone very nicely. It even matches my neck very nicely. So don't try to go in for a lighter foundation or something like that. Just match your foundation to your skin tone and you're going to get a more beautiful finish. This side I'm going to do with the brush. So what I usually do is take the foundation on the brush. This side also I'm not going to apply too much foundation. Don't forget the nose. We tend to forget the nose sometimes. My foundation is exhausted. I feel like I can use a little bit more this side, but I'm just going to let it be. I think I have a pretty nice coverage, and whenever I use a brush, I still go in with a beauty blender and just bounce it. Next we are going to move into concealer. Now concealer is going to give you a little bit more coverage if you have a lot of dark circles underneath the eyes. So today I'm going to use this concealer, which is a new one I'm using currently, the Pat McGrath Labs concealer in the shade M18. This is such a beautiful match to my skin tone. So I'm going to use a little bit of the concealer around my mouth area where there is a little bit of darkness. I'll use there, and I'll apply a little bit in this corner. So this concealer is a really nice match for my skin tone. So I will also go in with a lighter concealer. The lighter concealer I will apply only underneath the eyes to give a little bit more brightness. So this is the Urban Decay concealer, which is a little light, and I'll apply just a tad bit of that one, not too much, and just blend it out with a beauty blender because it has that pointy tip, or you can use a brush. I will show you the brush which I'm using today. This is a Zoeva brush and the number is 110 Face Shape. I really like it to blend out concealers. And the foundation brush, by the way, was the Silk Finish brush from Zoeva. So you will always like to have this area of the eyes, this area, a little bit highlighted so that it gives you a nice look. Your face looks fresh. So that's why we apply the lighter concealer. If you don't want to apply, then also it's fine. Just make sure the concealer which you're using is matching exactly to your skin tone. So that's the concealer done. Next we are going to apply some powder. Now since I have dry skin, I don't really actually use too much powder, but still I will show you how I use it. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade Warm Nude. I will take a powder brush. Now for the whole face, you take a powder brush like this and apply the powder all over your face. For underneath the eyes, I have a special brush. So this is the brush I love for underneath the eyes. This is a Wet n Wild brush, very affordable. So I will use a little bit of the powder and just pat it. Don't try to move around the concealer too much. Some concealers, they don't set very easily on the face. Same here. And that's where I usually apply the powder. But since I'm doing the tutorial, I'll just show you how you'll apply the powder all over the face. Take a light swirl, tap off the excess, and just in a patting and sweeping motion, just apply the powder. A powder brush like this, a large powder brush, is going to give a more even application. You will not get that white ghost face. Try to match your powder to your skin tone as well. If you want to highlight the underneath the eyes, you can get a lighter powder and apply it just there. Next, let's move on to the eyeshadow. Let me show you a quick eyeshadow look, and then we will do the rest of the face. So for this eyeshadow, I'm going to use this neutral palette from Too Faced. This is the Born This Way Natural Nudes palette. This has a lot of beautiful neutral tones in here. So for eyeshadow, what I like on my eyes, and that's very important, you have to figure out what you like on your eyes. For my eye shape, what I like the best is get a lot of depth in the outer V. So I always apply the darker shade first in the outer V, and then I blend it out with lighter shades. On my tan skin tone, I have seen that going with the deepest shade first helps to get the most intensity. So that's the technique which I'm going to show you guys today. So the deepest shade is this one. This is a matte brown shade, beautiful matte brown color. I'm going to take a pointy brush. This is the Sigma E42 brush. It looks like this. It has a nice pointy end. So I don't take too much at one go. I'll just take like 2-3 swipes of the color. You can tap off the excess if you want. I don't do that most of the times. And I'll apply it in the outer V. I will concentrate the color towards the lash line and into the crease. So sort of like a V shape. And I like to drag this color out a little bit. So I'm just blending the shadow a little bit as well. Now you have to blend out this color. So I will take sort of a mid-tone brown shade from this palette. Let's go with this one, or probably we'll go with this one first and then we will take this one. So let's go with this one. Now this is a brush which is a little bit fluffier, but not too fluffy, not too big. This is the Makeup Revolution brush. I don't know the number. It was in a set. So I will take this and blend out the previous color. You can also do like a circular motion and a windshield wiper motion together. Blend out the previous color, drag it out. Next, I'm going to take another fluffy brush. This is the 228 Zoeva Luxe Crease brush. Love this brush so much. Since we are going to doing a brownish look, I will take this brown only. I will not go into the pinks, and just blend out the last shade. Now this shade which I used right now, it is very close to my skin tone, just a little bit darker than my skin tone. So it's a nice blending shade, and that will give you a good diffused look. Now for the lid, the area which we have left blank, now here which one you want to apply? You can apply matte shade, so you can go in with the pinks or the lighter shades, or you can use a shimmer shade. Let me apply this shimmer shade. This is a nice like a bronzy shimmer. I will take a little bit onto my fingertips and apply it with my fingers. Now what I do is just concentrate towards the lash line. I don't take the shimmer shades too up. You can also use a brush to do it. I have this brush, the Sigma Eye Shading E55. So I will take a little bit of the shadow again and just apply it, and whatever excess is there in the brush, I'll just apply and blend it out into the crease. Okay, so after I have applied the shimmer shadow, I will take the first brush which I had. I'll not take any extra product because I think that brush already has some of that brown shade, and I'll just blend out into the shimmer again. So this will give you a more even look. Let me quickly do this side of the brow just to show you guys. So I'm using the Inglot eyebrow pencil in 502. I have some sparse areas here, so I'll just do some upward strokes like this. And then just go to the tip. I love brow pencils which have their own spoolie, and those are my favorites. I'll just brush the brows. So you can see the difference in the brows with this one and this one. This one I haven't done anything, and look at this side, it looks much more defined. I'll use another brush to highlight my brow bone area. So I'll take that lighter shade. I can't find a brush, so I'll just use my fingers. I use that a lot. And I'll just highlight this area. So it will give you a more lifted brow. Now I will also apply some eyeshadow in the lower lash line that will complete the look. So I'm using this small pointy little brush. Very essential in eyeshadows. Definitely have a brush like this which is pointy and fine. So I'll take that same dark brown shade and I'll apply it in my lower lash line. Don't go too in, just apply it in the outer third, and then I will take the lighter brown shade which I had used in the same brush and then go inwards. And the last tip in the eye makeup is the highlighting of the inner corners. It just makes your eyes look much more bigger, more lively. So I will take probably this color, the sparkling sand shade. So I'm taking this on again a small flat brush, very small. Definitely have a brush like this in your collection. So this helps you to detail work, and apply it in the inner corners and also in the lower inner corners. Definitely it will brighten the eye area. So now I'm going to do a little bit of eyelining with a liquid liner. This is the Mistine Maxi Black liner. So I'll apply a very thin eyeliner. If you want to do a wing eyeliner and things like that, give it a try, but I'm going with a basic makeup look. So I'm doing a basic thin eyeliner. Next I'll take the kajal. Don't forget the upper lash line as well. And then we are going with the mascara, the Essence Lash Princess. Mascara makes a huge difference to any sort of look. I love mascaras. So that's the basic eye makeup done. We'll complete this eye and then we'll come back and do the rest of the face. Okay guys, so the eye makeup is done. Let's finish the face makeup. Since we have applied foundation and concealer and a lot of base products, the natural skin color of the face goes away, so we have to bring that color back. So whenever you apply foundation, do try to also apply bronzer, blush and highlight. If you don't want to apply highlight, it's fine. At least apply a little bit of bronzer and blush. So for bronzer, today I'm going to use the Laura Mercier powder foundation. So this is a powder foundation which I have in a deeper shade, and that's what I'm going to use as a bronzer. I have warm undertone, so I'm using a warm bronzer. I have a lot of bronzers in my collection, but I just want to show you guys that if you have a darker powder foundation, you can also use that as a bronzer. So I'm using this brush. This is a Real Techniques brush. I'm going to use this brush as my bronzer and contour brush. I will take a little bit of bronzer, tap off the excess. Sometimes you can also do like this. So this is your cheekbone area, to the cheekbone, and don't cross your eyebrow line. So just be in this area, and I'm taking it a little bit upwards. So I'm kind of framing the face. You can see immediately that this face looks much more defined because of that bronzer. It doesn't look flat, whereas this side looks flat. So a bronzer is essential. Even if you don't want to apply blush and highlight, apply a little bit of bronzer also is fine. Here on the forehead also, it's very essential. jawline. So what we are doing right now is adding the color back onto our face. After we have smoothened out the face, we are adding the color back on. So it's very, very essential. Okay, so that's the bronzer done. If you want to apply lipstick after this, it's fine. I'll also apply blush and highlight and show you. Now blush is going to give you a nice color on the cheeks. It looks really pretty. Blushes are one of my favorite things in the whole world. So I'm going to use the Smashbox Cali Kissed palette. It has a lot of beautiful shades in here. These are two matte ones and these are shiny ones, highlighty ones. So you can top up the matte ones on the blushes as well to give a glowy look. I think for my look and for my outfits, I'll go with this corally pink blush. Take a blush brush which is fluffier, it's not dense. Tap off the excess, if necessary tap off some excess on the back of your hand as well, so that you don't get a lot of color on the cheeks, and apply it on the apple of the cheeks. If you don't want to apply too much blush, just apply just a hint. I'm applying a little bit more so that you can see, because blushes are very, very difficult to see on camera. In real life, I will apply a little less. So that's the blush done. Now my face already has a nice glow because of all the skin prep and the primer which I have used, but I will still use a little bit of highlight. A highlight is going to give more extra glow on the face and I love that look. I'll use the highlighter from this palette only. If you're close to my skin tone, there is a beautiful highlight in this palette. This one, it gives like a inner radiance, inner glow sort of a feel, and it looks like glow from within. There is no glitter, no chunkiness. So I will apply it on the top of the cheekbones where you feel like the sun hits you naturally. Just apply it there. I'm using this Real Techniques settings brush, which is also fluffier and pointy. So this will give you a more concentrated application. So when I am looking here, you will not see any highlight on my face, but when I turn my face around, it catches the light very, very beautifully. So that's the highlighter done. Next is the lipstick. For lipstick, I'm going to take off my lip balm. I'm using this Half Cake lipstick in the shade Supreme. This is a liquid lipstick. I love this lip color. It's so pretty. Review on this liquid lipsticks will come soon. Although I have used this long before, I used to love this liquid lipsticks. And I know that these are matte liquid lipsticks, so they will dry down. So let's wait for them to dry down. Okay, I forgot to do one step. Before applying the lipstick, I usually apply a makeup setting spray, which will help to elongate the wear of the makeup. And it also helps to take away any kind of powderiness or cakiness which you may have on the face. So MAC Fix Plus is one of my favorite setting sprays. Urban Decay setting spray is also really, really good. But today I'm going to use the Calabar one. I have this one. This is a new one in my collection. So let's apply a little bit of setting spray. So let the setting spray dry. Usually during this time, don't talk or do anything. Just let it dry on its own. You can use a fan or anything like that, and it will just make the makeup look much more seamless. Okay guys, so this is my finished makeup look. I have applied all the makeup products, but still it looks very natural, yet a little glammed up, and I love that look. So I hope you will try the techniques which I have shown you today. Very, very easy. If you practice, I'm sure you will also be able to do this very, very easily. And I love this look. Very neutral yet glam. Very apt for any kind of occasion. Very put together. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. It was helpful. If you have any sort of questions, then put them in the comment section below. I will be happy to answer you guys. And if you like this video, then definitely give this video a thumbs up. If you are not a subscriber, I hope you'll consider subscribing as well. Thank you so much for watching today. I will see you guys really soon in my next video. Bye.